Welcome to Speed Gaming. I am Mughal, and I'm excited to be here to co-commentate the opening match of Season 3 of the ALTTPR League. My co-commentator for this hype match, one of the most active members of the ALTTPR community, one of the console members and one competitors in this league, none other than my buddy Shireen. Shireen, how are you doing today?
Yo, how is it going, Moogle? This is hype. That is all I can say here. This is a hype match. The league is hype. This is exciting.
Yeah, I am so pumped for this. We ended the league Season 2 earlier this year, and all we heard was that there wouldn't be another league season this year, and we're here early. So this is going to be super exciting. We're kicking off this match with two of the top teams, Team Kappa, Sphere Affinity, coming out of the Skull Woods division. Shireen, give me the lowdown on these guys.
I mean, Team Kappa, the only word I can say is competitors. I mean, Fear and Gamma, these guys were finalists last year. You can see on Fear's screen right now, he's got his GIF ready to go. Team slogan, better to be lucky than good. I think they're excited. And Sphere Affinity also, very top team. P-Train and sab0tenders, very high-profile runners in the community. This is a high-octane matchup here.
Yeah, I totally agree. And for week one, for this opening match, we've got co-op info share all dungeons. Essentially what this is you'll see every single runner will have to complete all 10 dungeons, including GT, as well as AGA 1 before they drop down to Ganon. These guys will be on a joint Discord call between them. So fearagent will be on a call with Gammachuu, and P-Train will be on a call with Sabo. And they'll be talking about the seed throughout. They'll probably split up early on and go their separate ways and talk about what they find, and then you'll see the other teammates kind of follow suit.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting, especially on the opener. I mean, normally you tend to see people kind of do the same thing, but here, we're probably going to see, each runner takes the first 60 seconds to kind of just get information. One person checked 2 chests at Uncle Link's house. One person checked Lost Woods. And it looks like we're off. And yeah, we're seeing a couple Link's house, a couple Sinks.
Oh, and a fire rod right off the bat in Sanctuary.
So interesting of note, if you look on Gamma's side, he actually, the 50 bucks in Link's house, he's taking that straight to this bomb shop. Gonna get that information on Hylia Island, and 50 is already enough to get bombs. So we already got a weapon in bombs, and we already have a fire rod that, once we get magic, that's also a big deal.
Yep. Tier 1 triple just hearts, and obviously sab0tender just doing kind of that normal uncle start, getting that tier 1 triple and going to check out what he's got. It looks like both P-Train and fearagent going up to check Lumberjack right away, and as well as the crab.
Yeah. And with buying that 10 bombs, Gamma is going to continue over to Saha because of where the bomb shop is.
And sab0tender finding the gloves in that drop down with the uncle saves and quits and goes back to Link's house.
Yeah, that's... Ooh, we got a bow on Gamma's side. I was going to say, that's very interesting because, now we have a bow. We have no magic, so Eastern's kind of in that weird situation where if you would have just uncle routed, you would have no problem in these Eastern dark rooms, right? But now you have a fire source, but you just can't use it. So that's a...
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Like maybe he'll be able to farm one off of an enemy, but yeah, with just 3 hearts going to Eastern, the dark rooms can actually be a little bit tough.
Yeah, this is going to be a scary situation. And the uncle route definitely going to be paying off for Sabo here because that glove will let them kind of route escape in, back first, kind of getting information on the map and the key. But yeah, it looks like Fear and P-Train are both going to be taking care of Kakariko. Sabo opting to take the bombs straight to South Shore. Gamma getting the bow is going to keep him in Eastern, so...
Yeah, which makes sense. And Fear and P-Train got their swords out of the Lost Woods drop down, and I'm now going to check out Blind's Hut. I'll be interested to see where Sabo goes next. Is he going to head over to Agina and knock out that check, or is he going to do all of South Shore? I guess we'll see.
What I'm thinking likely for them, given their routing, is that P-Train is going to end up doing Saha because of the bow situation. And Sabo, with that glove, after finishing South Shore, is going to take care of Escape. And they're going to kind of be able to route it a little bit differently than Team Kappa, because Gamma's already over there. Actually, I see the tracker is not... It's off. I think... yes, Gamma has the bow, and he does not have a sword.
Yeah, I think Gammas and P-Trains are mixed
Swapped,
up.
right?
Yep, that's what it looks like.
Fear finding some boots
Oh, in the
CAC well.
Yep, same for P-Train. And sab0tender probably getting the news from P-Train that there's boots in CAC, immediately saves and quits, and is on his way there, and picks up that fire rod on his way. Which makes perfect sense. As soon as you find those boots, you tell your partner, and if they're not busy doing something, they're going to run over there right away.
Yeah, and that's a little unfortunate for Gamma, you know, with the amount of resources Fear's found. You know, provided Gamma can get out of Eastern, you know, alive, it's just a minor time loss at that. And we see a glove on the library. So, that's Titan's Mitts.
So we're just a moon pearl away. Yep.
Titan's Mitts Dark World access? Moogle? I don't know, man. Getting kind of nervous here. Uh-oh. Looks like Gamma's having some trouble here.
Yeah, wisely resets the room. Just going to try this again. And P-Train going to Uncle as well. So basically just swapping with what Sabo has already taken care of.
Yeah, P-Train having the knowledge that the glove's there. Looks like he's going to probably take care of Escape here.
Yeah, much easier for him to do that with that sword. So basically kind of doing what you said early on.
Oh. Oh. A hammer, huh?
So this is shaping up to be a pretty quick seat so far.
Yeah, this is... We got a lot of resources here.
Yeah, so where's this Moon Pearl? What do you think happens once this Moon Pearl is found?
Well, we don't have anything to really take care of the mountain, but I think we're going to see a very nice sweep of Village of Outcasts. I mean, we got a fire rod, we got mitts, we can do hammer pegs, you know, so we're definitely going to see one runner kind of rush pod, and the other, I think, will take care of all of Village of Outcasts. Probably try to avoid Mirrorless Smith Chain in the meantime, but first we got to hunt down our Pearl.
Yep, and Gamma striking first, ending up, you know, getting through Escape at the 7-minute mark. You know, going through those dark rooms with a bow only, pretty great job there by him.
It definitely doesn't feel good because, you know, if you really think about it, Gamma started by going to pick up bombs and go to Saha. And it looks like we are now getting the streams kind of synced up with the appropriate trackers. But yeah, 7 minutes in, you're completing Eastern. That's the first thing you did, so definitely some time lost in the dark room, but you know, it's early on. We got a lot of resources to work with now.
Oh yeah. sab0tender making a beeline for King's Tomb. We'll have to see what's there. And just a shield.
Important shield. So interestingly enough, Fear is going to have the boots for this Ice Rod Cave check. I'm curious if we're going to see a water walk here. We have no pearl, so waterfall's a little extra juicy, but we also don't really have a lot of money. And we are going to see a water walk here. I think we're going to see some waterfall into hobo action.
Yeah, which makes sense, especially without that pearl. You know, go check the waterfall while you can. You can get there pretty quickly, and then take care of that hobo check, which we know most of the runners don't really like to do. And Sabo getting that knowledge of the hammer in the back of his scape picks that up and is on his way over to Eastern.
So, I know P-Train did all of Escape, I believe. Was Dark Cross nothing? I think, because we saw the back and we knew what that was.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm not sure. I didn't catch it.
I'm trying to think what we have left here. Oh, and another bow and hobo!
Gina?
There's another bow and hobo.
Early silvers.
I'm sure Fear is telling Gamma to rush those silver arrows.
It's certainly possible Fear is keeping it from Gamma until it actually matters. So what do we have left that's in logic at this point? It's really just the Gina and
well, we're checking into desert now. And I think
oh, I didn't even see that book.
I think we also have a little bit of the mountain with the flute, I believe. I believe a flute was in Eastern. But I'm not sure because I saw Fear dashed over to desert. Okay, so a little bit of retracing the steps here now. Fear doing some new checks for us. It looks like P-Train is doing Dark Cross here. And there's our Moon Pearl.
It's possible Sabo didn't.
So
I was gonna say it's possible Sabo didn't have the magic to do Dark Cross, so he left it for P-Train.
So we just found a Moon Pearl in Desert Palace. Book obviously locking that. So we're ready to go to the Dark World. But yeah, looking at Sabo, seeing just having that little bit of magic, you know, making those rooms free.
Yeah, especially that last room, right? With that Igor and those popos, it can be pretty tough to get through. Obviously, he has a Cane of Burna, so it wouldn't have been too bad, but having that fire rod helps a ton.
So it looks like we are going to finish desert here. You know, I like the call. Take some time. Your partner still's doing some checks in Sphere 1. It's a pendant, so it can always be required mirror.
And Sabo missing the quick kill there on Armos, but takes him down pretty easily and gets his first crystal. So obviously with that book, he's probably going to try to make a beeline over to the desert area as well and probably get that Moon Pearl.
Yeah, I think we're going to see this a quick flute activation, and then from there we'll see, you know, a desert clear. I'm curious to see if Fear is going to head over to Eastern after this, because, you know, we see P-Train's going to be following Sabo going back in.
Yeah, I was just going to say he must have forgotten a chest.
Did they like take a 50-50 on the big key chest?
Oh yeah, there was Bombos in the big key chest, so they must have skipped that.
I know, but I'm surprised he's
totally
not
missed
letting. Yeah, he's not letting P-Train clean that up. You know, P-Train
Right.
has boots and he's in here, so.
Yeah, I mean they're down to just a couple of checks. They might just be trying to gamble on that Moon Pearl being there. But yeah, I am interested as to why P-Train didn't just check it instead.
Yep. But yeah, I'm interested to see if Fear's going to go Eastern, because, you know, another play that's already in logic is Mire area and potentially Misery Mire. Right? So.
Yeah. Would you have thought of a 15-minute Mire play? Or I guess it'll be 20 minutes by the time he gets that flute, but
yeah,
that'd be pretty wild.
This is a pretty busted opening here for co-op, not gonna lie. You know, usually you'll piece together some Dark World access, you know, with 4 hearts. Maybe one runner will have a sword, the other will have, you know, a hook shot. But over here, we got resources to clear many dungeons. If we want to go Caneless Ice Palace, you know, we don't have flippers, but let's go, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And Fear is going to get his mitts now. We'll see if he just takes those right to the Dark World and gets that flute later.
If I was Fear, I think it's good to do Eastern into pod. You know, do Eastern, get the flute, then get the flute and activate it, knock out pod, and then start splitting up your Dark World there. And I think he is going to be doing that.
Yeah, especially with that Fire Rod, makes pod, you know, those pod room, dark rooms at the end pretty easy.
Interesting enough, it does look like Fear is going to do a silverless Armos fight, even though we know the silvers for him are in Saha's closet. Not that it's going to make a big difference. Sabo's making the desert play here. And I'm sure P-Train knows as well that this is where the Moon Pearl's going to be.
Yeah, at this point for them, it's here at Zora.
Money's not looking good, so.
No. Or I guess with that flute, they could go check Spec Rock.
Yeah, I saw Gamma rescue the old man.
Yeah, and P-Train making that mountain play. Sabo hasn't found that Moon Pearl yet, so hasn't been able to tell P-Train to get there yet. P-Train rescuing the old man. Sabo about to get his Moon Pearl. And P-Train making a beeline for Desert.
But I think Sabo and P-Train both have Eastern cleared, so Fear is catching up on that front, and Gamma is catching up on some swords. So it looks like we're pretty neck and neck here. I mean, Fear, finished it with Desert, obviously, but P-Train and Sabo got all the light world taken care of. Gamma starting in Hype Cave. This is pretty interesting.
Well, with those mitts, you can always loop your way into Village of Outcasts from the south.
We do see also that our last pendant is Ice Palace, and our 5-6 at Misery Mire. But yeah, this is pretty interesting, the Hype Cave start, because was that a hook shot?
It was. Yes, it was.
Oh man. So now the mountain really looks tempting, but I was gonna say, you got pod clearable. Gamma looks to be doing some overworld. I'm curious when we're gonna see a Village of Outcasts play from them. On the other side, we see Sabo's gonna be clearing out Desert. P-Train's gonna go get his Pearl, and they're gonna be off on a similar quest from there. And Fear showing that he doesn't need silvers for Armos.
And Sabo taking down Lanmos, evens up with Fear on the Crystal and Pendant count. And P-Train making his way into Skull Wood. So a little bit of divergence, getting into the Dark World from the start.
Yeah, I like the call here. I think P-Train's going to have a very clean route. I think it's very likely Sabo ends up starting at Hype Cave, maybe considering Pod. But we'll see if a hook shot sways anyone into going to the mountain. But here we actually are seeing Mire area.
Yeah, making that Mire play you were talking about right at that 20-minute mark. Was that Bombos?
I think that was Ether.
I couldn't tell. Ether. All right, thank you, chat.
So, Fear now activating his flute. Gamma kind of having a little head start in the Dark World. P-Train kind of close behind. Gonna be going straight for Mothula. And Sabo heading towards Hype Cave. The big decision from here is I'm interested to see if Sabo follows Gamma into Pod, or if he sees that hookshot and he says, okay, that opens 30 checks on the mountain. Fear turning in that bottle that he got from the water walk. Oh, P-Train.
Oh, and P-Train running out of magic.
Oh, no. This is bad. Oh, a mirror in Pod. We got a mirror. We got a mirror in Pod Vanilla.
So P-Train making his way back to the big key chest, the vanilla big key chest to go get that big magic, but this is going to cost him a couple of minutes.
Definitely.
Sabo just seeing a single rupee there on Pyramid Ledge, ends up bolting and is going up to Catfish. So he's skipping out on that mirror in pod for now. We'll see what he does after he gets to catfish. You know, I think you mentioned, you know, getting that hook shot. Maybe he wants to make a play for the mountain, which makes total sense with all those checks up there.
Yeah, we already know that'll be a bit unfortunate here, knowing that the mirror is just a pure efficiency item. You know, the longer you have it, the more time you're going to gain. And I wouldn't be surprised after Skullwoods, Fear having the knowledge of the mirrors in pod, he's going to say, I'm out. I'm not going to Village of Outcasts without the mirror. I'm going to just take care of pod.
Right, because then, you know, next time, or when he goes there for the first time, he could do the Smith chain kind of on his way to the south.
Ledge, check, potential, 45.
Yep. And just a hard container on Catfish while P-Train jumping into this Mothula fight. Not a trivial fight. Green male, 6 hearts, has just a couple fire rod shots. So we'll see how he does here.
Fear's going to be joining him in that fight. Fear actually, I believe, has a red potion that he got from that water walk. So P-Train doing a great job getting him off down there. People just make it
has
look
no
easy.
issues there. Oh, yeah. And getting a 300 for his troubles.
Oh, no. I do not like Fear using the hammer here. Gamma getting 3 Dark Turtles. And Sabo is making that mountain play. So that's going to hurt Small Enemy a little bit. Playing that mirror.
Oh, with Tempered Sword on the top of Spec Rock there, so he's going to miss out on that for a while. So P-Train just checking out Skullwoods and leaving. I wonder if he's going to go get that hook shot too and then make his way into pod. No, just
village. Oh,
okay, he found both items in the back of Skullwoods, so this might have just been an efficiency play here to not have to run back through the front.
It's going to hurt. P-Train's going to do all of village, and Sabo's going to be on the mountain for a while here, so I feel like they're not going to get to pod as a team for a very long time. And I think we're going to see Team Kappa kind of press the advantage of that mirror.
Ether tablet with just a big 20. Looks like Sabo's going to make his way into Hera if he can get past that dead rock, which he doesn't. P-Train finding Ether in the bombable hut in Village of Outcasts. So now we have Mire access.
This is getting scary. I mean, we're talking 3 items for go mode here. I think we're just missing Kane, Ice Rod, Flippers. We see Quake in pod, so that's the last of our medallions.
Yeah, you're right. Just a couple items from go mode at this point, so yeah, this is shaping up to be a pretty quick seed so far.
I think a big thing also, since we were talking about co-op, we're missing Kane, Ice Rod, Flippers. GT is going to be empty for us today. So that's nice for the runners.
Yeah, except for when the big key's in tile room and they're gonna have the full cleared anyway.
Yeah. But at least you're not gonna have to worry about climbing the gauntlet for a turtle rock item, right?
For sure, yeah, those are the worst when the the medallion is in GT potentially or something like that. So sab0tender pulling off the hair pot, making his way to the top of Hera rather quickly. Just finds a map in the big chest and gets his lamp from Compass Chest. So he's gonna go fight Moldorm now and then probably make his way over to the east side of Death Mountain. P-Train joining Fear Agent in Thieves Town, while Gammachuu is going to get caught up on those Mire checks.
Yeah, this is very rough because in co-op efficiency is kind of key here, and you know, even if a team ends up last locating their go mode, if you can get this kind of opening and you know you have boots flew mirror and you're just getting things done efficiently, you could finish these things super quickly full cleared in, you know, sub 90, right? So I think the efficiency of that mirror is already a big deal for Team Kappa, much more than you'd think than in a normal run.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you could see it right away. Like, you know, Gamma going to the Mire area, Sabo wasn't able to check checkerboard while Gamma was. You know, they're able to get some of these additional checks out of the way in a pretty easy fashion. You know, like I wouldn't be surprised to see P Train pick up the Smith and take him on that world tour. He probably won't do it, but it's certainly something that he might be thinking about, right? Whereas, you know, if Fear had that mirror, he'd probably just do it all in one go.
I mean, P-Train's still gotta head over to Hype Cave, so it's very possible he'll pick up the Smith, go to Hype Cave, save and quit, you know, turn it in with the flute. Doesn't take too much time, right? But
Compared to when you have that mirror, it does, yeah.
exactly. But yeah, it looks like P-Train and Fear are kind of, you know, just neck and neck, you know, knocking out what they've been doing. But you're seeing that mirror efficiency on the mountain. Gamma heading from the Gamma having already done pod, and he's already gonna be catching up to Sabo here. If he can not die to a Moldorm. Oh, Samaria. Okay. More dungeons! We can do more dungeons! Oh man. That cane's a little weird because with where Ether was, Gamma won't be able to go Mire. Gamma and Sabo won't be able to go Mire until they head to Village of Outcasts. But now on the other hand, do you want to dive TR right now? Are you ready to go into TR, Moogle? What do you think?
I am not. No, not yet.
Yeah, it's 30 minutes in. You know, we got dungeons to clear still. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I mean, you're definitely going to see Gamma clear the rest of the mountain first. But if he doesn't find that ice rod, you know, to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if he actually went in there. I don't think I would do it, but you know, I could see where you would make that play.
Interesting of note, TR, I believe, was Bombos. So I think
Yes, it was.
I think P-Train is gonna need to go back for that.
Was that an ice rod? I think it was.
Where? Was that Super Bunny?
Gamma just found it in Super Bunny.
All right,
yeah.
GG.
So
we're gonna get a PB here. This seat's too kind. Where? Okay. So are Flippers and Turtle Rock? Is the race over?
it's possible. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't want to make that Turtle Rock play, but we're going.
Oh, for sure. This is crazy. We're 31 minutes in and we're on the brink of go mode with multiple dungeons already complete. And the funniest part is that
and go ahead.
What's up? Go ahead.
No, I was say that with Flippers being go mode, you know, you're not going to see anyone go left side swamp. You're not going to see anyone diving Ice Palace. You know, Gamma making that play right into TR, probably going to find those Flippers in here, to be honest.
I think the funniest part is that if he does find Flippers in here, they're not going to find the lamp.
Gamma doesn't need a lamp, though, right?
Dark rooms are scary, man. I'm kind of surprised to see Fear clearing Overworld here. Not gonna lie. I figured Fear would rush Pod at this point. I mean, we already know that the mountain is a treasure trove of, you know, Samaria Ice Rod. We know the mirrors in Pod. Gamma's just cruising on his own. He's in his own world right now.
Yeah. P-Train making his way over to the pod area, so he's going to pick up that mirror soon.
I think in order to balance the seed out, you know, TR is going to be empty, you know, but flippers won't be too hard to find. I think we're going to see them in Meyer lobby chests. That's my call right now.
Yeah, that wouldn't be too bad. I guess how soon do you think we see Meyer? Do you think Fear takes that mirror from Pod and
the problem is
and this hook shot go get that cane and then just go right into Meyer?
Right, so that's the problem. I mean, you're gonna have to go up the mountain to get that cane regardless. So I think by the time Fear's out of Pod, I mean, Gamma's gonna be done with TR. So yeah, I think Fear will end up heading over there first, and Gamma will probably clean up Village of Outcasts because of where that ether is. And no one's gonna fake Flipper Ice at this point. Like you said, you know, a lot of those.
No, not looking for flippers, obviously. Yeah, I think you'll see Gamma probably head over to Hera. You know, get that tempered sword from Spec Rock, clean up Hera, and then, like you said, go get that ether, and then we'll see. You know, given that he'll have to pick up that ether, he's more than likely going to clean up the village. So do Thieves Town, you know, do Skull Woods, and then probably make his way over.
P-Train pulling off some glitches here.
P-Train
nice
with the hover.
Both side pod hover. That is one of the toughest ones.
Yeah, that's pixel perfect twice, isn't it?
To the railing, yeah. You have to turn. It's very hard to turn during that hover. I mean, I don't even know how to even press the A button.
Me neither. Yeah, really nice job by him.
And GFE calling out his teammate in the chat. Knows how to hover both side pod. Can't light torches in Skullwoods. Some friendly team banter. Just a reminder that that's what the league is all about. It is a team game of rando, and you know, of course, we're starting it off here with a co-op match.
Yeah, and you can see 1up40 there in the chat as well. The other teammate for Team Kappa, rooting on his team. And here's another, you know, issue with that mirror. You know, Sabo's in TR. He's gonna miss out on that Mimic Cave check. You know, I didn't catch if there was anything in there. I don't think there was, but you know, it's just another thing that might weigh on their minds, right? When they get that mirror, those couple checks.
For sure. P-Train's gonna get to TR and be like, "Oh, I have the mirror, so I'm gonna check it just to kind of get it off my chest." Gamma onto Laser Bridge, gonna show us some brilliant laser skips here.
Question from chat on whether Gamma has the tempered. Oh wait, no, he does have the tempered. He did not make his way over to Hera and Spec Rock yet, so he must have found that here in TR.
Oh, yep, TR big chest was that
big chest, yeah.
Sabo just picked that up. I'm curious if Gamma is going to pick up Gold Sword and if Fear will approve.
I was just going to say that. Gamma's still without those silvers. He might not know about Hobo yet.
I'm sure he's telling Fear right now, you know, he's getting ready to go fake Flipper and Ties. And then he's gonna splash till he gets silver arrows, because, you know. And another thing, as we're seeing during this Trinex fight that we forgot to mention, quick swap. Fun feature of Rando.
Gamma's got to be careful here with 2 hearts.
He's got it.
Nicely done. But yeah, quick swap, you know, adding some more of that efficiency we were talking about. You know, people like Fear and Gamma, you know, just kind of watching them throughout all this. I know they're huge proponents of quick swap, and you know, makes that menu time go down from a couple minutes to like 30 seconds or less in some cases. So Sabo having to use the escape door there at the bottom of Laser Bridge. It pulls off the last couple laser skips.
So, we got a shovel from Trinex. Gamma's still clearing out the mountain. Fear is done with Pod. P-Train, his screen is black right now. Dark Turtles.
Doesn't even pull out the fire rod.
Oh my god, you can't do that. You can't just not pull out the fire rod.
Especially during quick swap, right? But that was
Oh my
awesome.
Gosh.
He's
I need to
hovering.
learn that. That is #1 on my list. How to get through Dark Turtles.
Just making a mockery of Pod, right? Hovering over to right side, Dark Turtles in the dark with fire rod.
Yeah, that bottom turtle, the RNG, sometimes can be interesting if he goes down. If you're wanting to do this staircase twice.
And Sabo also on Trinex down to 1 heart.
Should be okay if he doesn't get too aggressive here. Keeping away from that ice, and he gets Trinex down.
Nicely done. Synced up boss kills from Team Sphere Affinity over there on the right. And yeah, Gamma making his way into the village area. So going to pick up that ether, probably knock out a couple dungeons while Fear does the opposite.
So yeah, we're going to see a lot of retracing of steps here. Trying to think what is unchecked right now. We haven't seen anyone go into ice. We know that's empty. Hera's been cleared by Sabo. We have some of Smith's still available, I believe. And we have all of Meyer and Pyramid Fairy.
Yes, I haven't seen anything there. Yeah, and interesting to note, you know, Gamma didn't clear Hera. You know, basically he's probably figuring, I want to make my way to the Meyer area right now. And having Fear clear it on his way to go get that cane from the other side of Death Mountain.
And honestly, with how this plays out, I'm pretty sure Gamma's going to end up grabbing some safety of one another, because right now, you know, Gold Sword, not a big deal, right? Butter Sword, not necessarily a big deal. Silver's lamps, he's not going to have, like, you're in a situation where you might have to do a Fire Rod Torch glitch. But it's possible he's just gonna grab his lamp whenever he does get over there.
So P-Train back in Eastern, also getting that Bombos because of TR. So both of them actually double dipping Eastern Palace. It's going to cost them a little bit of time. And Sabo in the village getting his ether.
Sabo's out.
Yeah, immediately going to go to Meyer, I think, at this point.
Is he just not doing thieves?
there wasn't anything in there. You know, P-Train has cleared it, so they know that it's not there.
I mean, yes, but on the other hand, if you did take care of thieves before Meyer, it's that thieves could have been your last trip to village. So like right now, Gamma's clearing thieves. Once he's out of here,
Totally agree. Yeah,
if
he's
Meyer puts him in go
yeah.
mode, he doesn't have to come back.
Yep. P-Train making his way over to Smith Chain? Looks like. Yeah, doing Smith Chain with that mirror while Sabo's in Meyer. So, yeah, these guys are clearly prioritizing knowledge at this point.
It's a bit unfortunate because, you know, knowledge also tells us that you have to double dip the mountain because Kane's up there. So we're definitely going to end up doing more than we need to.
Yep.
Like, no matter what happens, P-Train's going to have to go get his Samaria and then leave the mountain to go to Meyer. That can't be avoided. Alright, so Gamma and P-Train are both doing the Smiths.
Sabo doing a cutscene.
Meyer cutscene.
Everyone's favorite chest.
Everyone's favorite check in Misery Meyer. Alright, P-Train. P-Train and Sabo both showing us the goods. Not what we wanted on either side.
Nothing.
Tablet check.
Sabo making his way over to that lobby chest you were talking about earlier.
Huh.
Oh, Shireen. Oh, wow.
Oh, man. That's dirty, man.
Who gave you the spoiler log?
Listen, the Seed Reader is working well today. But that is go mode! So that
Yes, sir, and,
prioritizing the checks, giving Sphere Affinity go mode first, but they are dungeons behind. Look at the dungeon Sphere's finished.
Yeah, he's at 6, it looks like. Sabo's gonna hit 5. You know, with a couple of long ones in there, obviously, with TR and Meyer with that cutscene.
I think Gamma's going to be hitting Meyer here pretty shortly, and Sabo is still behind a pod and a Thieves Down. P-Train is snagging his lamp. I like the call. you know, whether or not you can do dark rooms. I mean, we know P-Train knows how to do dark turtles, but you know, they cost a little bit of time. Holding out your sword, you move a little bit slower, even if you get through them. So, picking up the lamp there, I think, is a great call. You know?
Yeah, I agree too. You know, especially with Meyer having those dark rooms back to back to back with that, you know, the
Exactly.
spike in one of them. Yeah.
Being a great runner is not just about doing things on low percent. It's about doing things the fastest, and you know, recognizing that. So Fear is going into Meyer here. Interesting enough that Gamma did not rush that a little bit sooner, but understanding kind of why. You know, they're last locating it almost. It's just showing you that how that efficiency really plays a role. So now we sit back and we watch a lot of execution.
Yeah,
Gonna
for
s-
sure.
Gonna see a Go Mode Swamp, a Go Mode Ice, a TR on Fear's side. Spherefinity also. They hit Go Mode first. They got even more to catch up on. And then GT and of course Aga Tower.
So wow, Fear going right to Vidi. This is interesting.
I like the call. I like the call. You know that Meyer is very likely an answer here. And you know, with 2 items, if Vidi provides that item, you're out. You could save yourself over a minute just on that. So I like the call. Going back into Meyer doesn't take too long.
Yeah, like you said,
And Gamma's going into Meyer
they've
too.
cleared
They
everything
know it's
at this
here.
point.
They know it's here.
Oh, maybe not.
Interesting.
I mean, all that's left for them is maybe Zora.
Where is Gamma
Oh,
going?
Gamma just going to do some cleanup. He hasn't cleared Skullwoods yet. They might know it's there, and Gamma's just doing, you know, just playing some catch up.
I mean, this is a situation where doing Vidi first can hurt. And you know, one of the reasons why you saw Spherefinity opt to get information as quick as possible. But it looks like Gamma's just going to take out the dungeon. Let Fear scout Meyer for him.
And making quick work of Vidi there with those silvers. Picking up his 7th dungeon crystal / pendant.
Another thing we don't normally talk about in co-op that we're not seeing here today is that normally, you know, you're forced to skip a lot of safeties because they're out of the way. All of our runners are going to have temper or gold. All of our runners are going to have the lamp. We see blue mail, red mail. This is a pretty kind co-op seed as far as that goes as well.
Yeah, the only thing we're missing is, no, we even have Bugnet. I was gonna say we didn't have Bugnet, but we have that too. Yeah, they found everything for sure.
I still want to know if Gamma's going to get silvers.
With Tempered Sword, there's no chance. He hates Hoba.
So, Sabo getting his small key. He's heading to Helmasaur. P-Train clearing out Turtle Rock.
Yeah, so Sphere Affinity about a dungeon behind each. You know, Fear having 7, Gamma having 6 of them done. Sabo almost done with his 6, and P-Train gonna pick up his 6. So
I think
still
P-Train's a
pretty
lot
close race.
closer than it looks. I mean, you know, knocking out Desert when all you gotta do is the boss. But yeah, this is tough. Hey, where's Gamma going? Where's Gamma going, Moogle?
Oh man, he's like, I'm not fighting Video without those silvers. It's gonna take me way too long. As
P-Train is
much as I
shaking
hate
his head
Hobo.
Fear is shaking his head right now.
Yeah, picking up these silvers. I mean, maybe he's gonna go back to checkerboard and get that fire shield as well.
I'm surprised. I thought if anything, he would do Ice Palace and then afterwards go to Hobo, and then that save and quit, you know, makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah, I agree. Maybe just didn't want to do the extra mirror. Where's he headed? He's gonna go clean up
Yeah,
Mire
he
with
wanted
those
those
silvers.
silvers for Atreus. You know, having enough equipment to do NMG Vidi, but you know, as Gamma always says, you know, you gotta take every safety you can get, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. And at least now we know that Fear didn't keep it from Gamma. That was gonna be my first question in the interview.
P-Train pretty much done with TR here. Sabo done with Pod. So, you know, not too far behind. I mean, Fear still has to do Turtle Rock, which is pretty long. Honestly, I think the biggest holdup right now is the fact that Sabo still has to do Thieves Down.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Skullwoods and Thieves, or not Thieves, Skullwoods, Ice Palace, and Swamp gonna be pretty quick, but yeah, Thieves is gonna take a little while. And all the other runners have that done, so yeah, I totally agree.
Fear trying to get some Kane Diver down here. Not getting the diagonal. He gets it.
And Sabo picking up those silvers, making his way over to Ice Palace. When you're in Go mode, this is a pretty quick dungeon as well, and we're probably going to see some cool tech on his side as well with that Icebreaker glitch, hopefully.
Oh no.
Sabo doesn't know Icebreaker. Oh, man.
I mean, in a Go mode ice, it's not as punishing as a full clear because you're not even touching right side, but definitely
Yeah, it's
a very useful tech to know.
just that extra time, right?
Yep, pure efficiency, pure execution here.
And Gamma making quick work of Vidi. So Fear's just got Ice Palace and TR left at the 57-minute mark. So we're probably going to see him get into GT right around probably 105 to 107, somewhere in that range, give or take.
Yeah, I don't remember the TR layout exactly. But yeah, probably around that 106, 107 range, which blazing fast. You know, you get that early GT big key, you're definitely looking at a sub 80. Gamma is actually sneaky close to Fear when you consider that TR is done, and he's really just a Swamp Palace behind, because Hera is going to take him 35 seconds. P-Train here gonna show off a nice little clip. The Meyer door extension. But yeah, I give Team Kappa a solid 4 or 5 minute lead here.
Yeah, it sounds about right. You know, still like Sphere Affinity's blazing through this as well. Certainly don't want to
Sabo gotta be
discount
careful
that.
here. Oh, he got through. Oh yeah, definitely. This is a very fast seed, and you know, when you think about what Sphere Affinity's gone through with regards to like that Eastern situation, and you know, pushing off that mirror for as long as they did, you know, definitely still a very tight race. All these runners are very good.
Yeah, obviously, as you mentioned, you know, at the top of this, Team Kappa taking second place in last season of the league earlier this year. P-Train and Sabo, awesome runners in their own right. You know, making it pretty far in the 2019 main tournament. All these guys are awesome.
P-Train gotta be careful. It's so funny to see, you know, P-Train has the silvers and he's doing NMG strats. Anyway.
Yeah.
Just showing you the different playstyles.
And Fear cleaning house with Cold Stare. Gonna make his way up to the mountain now that he's only got TR left, and getting into GT here pretty soon.
Yeah, I think Gamma and Fear are gonna actually end up in GT at a very, very similar time. When you realize
Yeah, that's another opportunity to kind of talk about how this co-op stuff works, right? You know, typically with GT, you know, we like to see, you know, kind of when's the big key going to get found? Are they going to go right? Are they going to go left? And, you know, kind of what you saw here at the start, where they had one start at Link's house, one start at Sank, you know, splitting things up. They're probably going to do the same thing in GT as well, just to try to find that big key as fast as possible.
I was gonna say, a play that they have here, you know, I don't know that they normally do this. Ice Palette's a pendant, Hera's a pendant. Gamma can go to GT right now. If he wants 4.5, 5 minutes to do GT by himself and kind of get that divergence, he can do that. He can do Ice Palace after Aga 1, and then just save and quit to Ganon afterwards. You know? Sometimes you don't want two runners checking GT basement at the same time, because you're kind of giving away time no matter where the big key is. I'm curious if Gamma is gonna go to GT. He's not. He is going to Ice. I personally don't like this routing as much, but I understand it.
Yeah, I think, you know, the way that I would see it is maybe they think that Gamma's a little bit further behind, so to have him do some of those extra checks in GT and spend a few minutes, whereas then Fear might only need to be in GT basement for a little bit of time. You know, it makes their times more divergent, which is not really good for the end result typically.
It's true. I mean, when you're talking about average time, typically finishing gap actually kind of benefits the runners in a sense that you get more information to each other. But I think what's going to happen here is, you know, Fear's going to be finishing TR a little bit after Gamma finishes ice, Gamma's going to be having to just clean up Hera. And, you know, once again, not a big deal for them, but there might be in a situation where one's got to go left, one's got to go right. And if you do have a big key in tile room or, you know, very late, someone's going to be doing some checks that they really didn't need to.
Yeah, now I think what's certainly possible is that Gamma doesn't do Hera until they find the big key in the basement. And then he mirrors out, takes care of Hera at that point. You know, and that would give him a little bit of a leg up in terms of some of those checks.
I love how fast.
Yeah, because with Fear, yeah, it's so awesome. But you know, like I was gonna say, with Fear still in Chain Chomp's room, Gamma's gonna be there. He's gonna be there first. It's just a question whether or not he does Tower Hera, and I think to your point, he's gonna skip out on Hera and start scouting.
Now looking at it a little closer, I think P-Train just has ice after this. And Sabo just needs to clean up Thieves and Skull. So Sabo's got about 5 minutes to go. P-Train got about another four or so minutes to go. So they definitely not too far behind at all. And you know, looking at the time, 106, you have all 10 dungeons done, like, whew, that's fast.
Feels good. Oh yeah. Yeah, we were talking a little bit at the top of this and a little bit before the stream kicked off about how fast these can get sometimes. You know, with the two runners on the team kind of acting like a little bit of a spoiler log, right? And then you can figure out how to route things fairly quickly, and you can be in GT at 105 and be done with all the dungeons around 120. That's blazingly fast.
I'm disappointed Gamma's not getting that gold sword.
Oh, don't discount it yet.
Oh man. But yeah, I think a big thing was, you know, the way the Light World went for Spherefinity a little bit. You know, the Eastern Palace was definitely not the cleanest. And then of course that mirror, right, you know? You went to the mountain a little premature. Didn't necessarily hurt you too much.
You know, but it makes sense though, right? Knowing that you just got the hook shot, it opened up the entire mountain for you. You get some knowledge about TR and you know, it makes sense. But yeah, missing out on that mirror and pod was pretty big.
By the way, if Gamma does Hera right now, they are actually going to enter GT 10 seconds apart. Yep, this is... And look at P-Train. P-Train is heading to GT. That divergence that I was talking about, he's not going ice.
Yeah, I mean, but it ties to what they've been doing this whole race, right? Like prioritizing knowledge over anything else. And with P-Train having access to GT, he wants to go figure out that big key right away. And it's what they've been doing this whole race.
You're right on the money, Moogle. Fear entering GT at 107.
Gamma skipping out on the lamp. Can't believe it.
At this point, I mean,
he doesn't need it anymore, I know.
He doesn't need it. He's grabbed silvers, so you're not really worried about magic as far as Ganon is concerned. And, you know, these runners know Dark Agate Tower. That's not a problem for them. Fear opting to go Dark Magician, P-Train as well. I like the call here for Fear, kind of ensuring one of your runners can go right when you're so close together. But yeah, this is what I was talking about now, right? You have Fear going full left, you have Gamma going full right. You can say what you want about them getting the big key quicker. One of them is going to be doing the wrong check. Right?
Yeah, definitely. If Gamma finds it here on the right side, Fear just wasted a couple minutes doing all that left.
And it just shows, you know, there's many ways of playing co-op. You know, you see Fear and Gamma doing it one way, you see P-Train and Saba doing it another. And, you know, whatever gets you to the finish line quicker. And there it is on left side.
And P-Train doing the checks over there in the compass room. Going to come up empty and eventually find it. But, you know, not having the ability to split up a little bit, obviously going to cost them a little bit more time as well.
Blazing fast time. I mean, typically you would say about 10 minutes from when you start your climb until you're done with, you know, climb and Aga. So this is a sub 80 on the table here, Moogle, for Fear Agent. Maybe Gamma as well. Sabo done with his 10th dungeon here. He's going to be heading to GT.
Yeah, so all four of these runners will be in GT at the same time. Potential sub 80 minute seed. Yeah, this has been fun to watch. Gamma starting his climb right at 110, so yeah, he's gonna have a shot at 120 for sure.
Yep, especially with quick swap. You know, a lot of menuing happens in Ganon's tower, and you know, it's all execution from here on out. P-Train in his climb as well. We're gonna see 4 climbs here. Although Fear will probably be finishing his climb as Sabo starts.
And getting Landmo's 2 in one cycle. Nicely done there. And there's Sabo opening up GT right now, so he's going to get in as Fear is ending his climb. But yeah, these runners are all pretty close to one another.
Yeah, and P-Train's still having to do ice. P-Train and Sabo are basically synced as well, because Sabo's going to be about 3 minutes behind when it comes to the climb. And P-Train's going to be cleaning up Ice Palace afterwards, so both teams are very synced. Really, when it comes to the finish result, I think we're going to see. it's time for Aga 2. Looking like a good...
Ooh, only one.
Oof, that could have been
nice
a double triple. That was a nice one.
Gamma entering his Aga 2 fight. Sab was about to get his big key. And P-Train pulling off the hover. Let's see it. Oh.
Gamma missing it.
So at this point, the only thing stopping them from a sub 120 is how many blue balls we're going to say.
Yeah, definitely.
What's your guess?
Given that gauntlet climb, I think they're still on a very good pace here for it. It's gonna be 2 or 3 blue balls. I haven't had an 11 blue ball run in a long time. I think Aga's kinder in this version.
But yeah, to your point, Fear making quick work. Through that gauntlet earlier, and now in Aga's tower. He'll be getting Aga here in the next minute or so, and hopefully.
Fear missing the hook shot on that key. But he's good to go. Gamma doing a fine job lighting these torches. P-Train onto Aga tower.
I'm getting hook speed.
Not the cleanest hook speed, but, you know, we'll take it.
Yeah, he's still got it, you know.
For those who love the validation chest of Rando, in Co-op All Dungeons, the validation is how good is your hook speed in Tag 1. And, that's everyone's favorite hook speed in the game.
Gamma pulling off the cleaner hook speed.
Yeah. I think the farthest you can get is kind of equal to like the top of that torch. It always makes the cutscene look a little bit funny that you're already like behind Aga as he's doing that little
Yeah.
It's Ganon time. A little late and missing the 1-in-1 because of it. The angle that Fear had Ganon at, the knockback, just put him a little too far away to get the trident spin. Not going to be a big problem here.
Yeah, now getting some ugly positioning here for phase 2.
Definitely. And this is just the kickoff of all the action in the league. There is a lot of co-op going to be happening this week. Make sure to tune into the schedule and be sure to keep watching. Gamma getting the trident spin and the 1-1 here.
Yeah, Gamma with a super clean Ganon fight.
Fear, I think, is going to get a double here to end it. Fear's going to get a 119.0 something. That's sub 80, man.
Yeah.
GG's.
Gamma's probably going to be right there with him. GG's to Fear Agent.
Fear finishing with an official
Team
time
Kappa.
of 119.02. Just waiting for his teammate to finish behind him, and then that average time will officially seal the deal. Look like a good setup here. And the triple to end it. Gamma is done. Just needs to cross that bridge.
Ooh.
We're seeing P-Train finishing Ice Palace now, like we talked about earlier.
Yep, and with Sabo doing Aga 1 now, like you said, those guys will be synced up as they get into their Ganon fight.
And GG's to Gamma, also getting that sub 80 with a 119.41.
Yeah, so let's see. Race time has them at 119.02 and 119.42, so an average time of 119.22, making that one easy to
That's an
calculate.
insane time. That is
Yeah, that is.
insane.
Starting off season 3 pretty hot.
Yeah, I can't feel much better going into season 3 with a win, a great time, and yeah.
And we are joined now by Fear Agent and Gammachuu, Team Kappa, with the win. Nice job, guys. GG.
Hey, thanks.
Hey, thanks. GG's.
That was a fun seed.
Pretty fast time, no?
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
trying to.
it's a little slower than our average, but well, whatever.
My main goal
Well,
was trying to beat Fear Agent here, and I was never able to catch up to him, but I got close.
Yeah, our biggest question actually for the longest time was whether or not you told Gamma about silvers. He was putting those off for a long time.
No, yeah, I did. I definitely did tell him. If this was maybe the co-op tournament, maybe I would skip that. But no, I would have told him. It never was like clean for him to go get them. And then, we were down to looking for the flippers. He didn't really want to do Vidi and the dark rooms without, a little bit of safety. So
Yeah, because I had no bottles and no lamp and no cape. And I didn't really want to do any spin attacks on video, so I'm like, you know what? I'll go get the silvers first.
What about that gold sword? What about that nice gold sword?
Yeah, I was tempted. Fear told me don't even bother. Don't even bother.
I definitely did not say that. I told him, go get that gold sword, man. You're going to need it.
So I'm like, all right, he was ready to shame me.
Very nice time, though, getting a sub 80 on this one. I saw, Fear, you had a nice time doing Hera Basement, right? I know that's your favorite check.
Oh, man. That pained me so much to do Hera Basement, but I mean we needed flippers and there were so few checks left to do, so sucked it up and got my 20 rupees. So
Moogle will tell you that I turned on my seed reader at the 20-minute mark and it told me where the flippers were. I had a nice commentator call.
I think I actually told Gamma that I think they might be in Mire, but we didn't want to we didn't want to isolate anything.
It was awkward.
Yeah.
Awkward for you guys. I mean, you had the Mire medallion in Village, which one of you did, and you had the cane on the mountain, which the other did, and you kind of are forced into that situation. So the only way you can really rush Mire is by doing the mountain and that. So
right.
Definitely.
I think we split it up well, and I mean, we're less than 40 seconds apart, so that's always kind of my goal, is to get us to finish under a minute together.
Did you guys consider, or I should say, did either of you consider Gamma skipping ice until after the GT hunt? to try to kind of split up the GT checks a little bit smoother?
No, because I think the way we split it up was, I mean, he got into GT, what,
Less than a
30
minute after you.
seconds? Yeah, like 45 seconds behind me. So, nah.
So that's fine. I was willing to let Fear do some of the chore in GT while I'm playing a little catch up. I'm okay with that.
Well, I will say you had the better hook speed in Aga Tower, so that is a win in your book, Gamma. But
Absolutely.
you know, losing to Fear is
Yeah, I
happens.
know. I know.
And
It's...
Team Kappa's got their points now. Points on the board.
Oh,
Yeah,
by
we
the
were
way,
speculating as to how you would. Oh, go ahead.
did you see
Go ahead,
my
Gamma.
Eastern dip? When I was killing the Igor?
I was talking about it. I was like, you know where the fire rod is, and you have no magic, and it's like it just hurts because you know.
Yeah, I told Fear, as I'm making my way into Eastern, like, oh gosh, I wish I grabbed that fire rod. But then there's no magic, so I'm like, I don't know. It's a really awkward spot, and I'm already here with a bow. I want to take care of it.
And Sabo just finishing up. They are now done, about 4 minutes behind. Also, very fast time. Sabo with official time 1:24.19. P-Train a little bit quicker at 1:23.40. So yeah, Fear and Gamma were about 40 seconds apart, and Sabo P-Train are about 40 seconds apart. So very fast race, very close race, very good teamwork on both sides.
And we are joined by P-Train and sab0tender. GG's, guys. Good job.
Yo, GG's.
That was a fun seat, huh? It was really
Yeah.
cool to see up front all the items you guys kind of getting and being able to split up a lot of those checks quite a bit.
No doubt. Yeah.
This was a really good co-op seed.
Yeah, you definitely split a lot of the work, and as long as you were kind of keeping on track of what the other guy was finding, yeah, fun. A little disappointing that we got dunked on by some pretty solid competition here, but we did our best.
How do you feel about both of you double dipping Eastern Palace there?
So good. I love it. I hate that 50-50 check. I really do. I always go for Armos every single time, and I hate when I get burned by that.
Yeah, I didn't know that he had skipped the big key chest until he was already back in Eastern to check it. So at that point, I was just like, well, I guess I'll just go to Armos, and if it's useful, I'll come back in. And then it was Bamos Medallion. So I was like, well, maybe I don't need that, and if I do need it, maybe I'll be able to pick it up with Pod, with the mirror.
Yeah,
And luckily that happened, but still, yeah, that was, if you could go back and do it again, obviously you'd do it different, but 2020 hindsight there.
I would say the two biggest differences between the times here was that Bombos and then Gamma and Fear getting that mirror pretty early. They kind of made that early rush to Pod and ended up getting that, and it just made some of those routing decisions a little bit cleaner.
Yeah, we decided, because Sabo found the hook shot, and at that point it was just like, well, do you go to Pod or do you go to the mountain? And I told Sabo, I was like, hey man, if you want to take it to the mountain, I fully support that decision. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna do that.
It's only my first thought, so.
Yeah, and that's the right call too, because when I was going in Pod, I'm like, it'd be so nice to have mirror kind of combo, make the clear much more efficient. Then I got it, I'm like, oh, that's a nice surprise.
Yeah, I guess that definitely, I think, having that earlier mirror makes up a lot of the difference there, because we're 4.5-5 minutes apart, so a good chunk of that could definitely come down to having that mirror and being able to route just a little bit cleaner, because we did all the same checks, but we just did them a little bit slower. So maybe if we had the mirror, it might have saved us a little bit more time.
Yeah, the weird thing is though, like looking back at our route, I'm pretty sure even if we both got Bombos our first trip to Eastern, I still don't think that's a difference.
No.
So that considered, it's even though we took the L here, I'm relatively happy with the way I played. I had some high points and I had some low points. Running out of magic in Skullwoods was really annoying. the Gauntlet 2 for me was really bad, and but on the other hand, you have like Dark Turtles, like Dark Pod, what went really smoothly for me, so that was nice. So yeah, some good points, some low points, but all in all, like I'm happy with the way this scene played out. Even though we took the L, I think we played pretty well.
That turtle room, by the way, was phenomenal.
Yeah, as opposed to my turtle room, which was disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about how awesome a pod you had because you also hovered that right side.
What?
Chest on the right side as
You
well.
didn't tell me you hovered.
Oh, you
Damn,
hovered it.
son.
Yeah.
Fear, what happened to you? What's going on?
Yeah. Let's not talk about that.
What? I didn't hover. Is that the problem?
Yeah.
I thought about hovering Moldorm too, but
I told you to go for it.
I didn't want to lose.
I tried and failed. So
You knew you had a lead on Gamma Fear, so you didn't want to.
Exactly.
You didn't want to lose it.
Yeah. He's like, oh yeah, go for it. Just in
I'm
case
kind of
you fall.
encouraging him, hoping you drop.
I just pulled out my inner Russell Wilson and just clutched it. Though,
Yo, big clutch, nice.
I mean, you guys get a crack at us again on Tuesday, right? So
Yep.
that'll be me and
Yes,
GFP.
yeah,
Heck yeah.
Fear, who's going for you guys?
myself and one up.
Yo, that's gonna be a good one.
All I know is like every race this season is going to be stressful. So
Yeah.
This is true.
But yeah,
So
I'm happy. Like again, even though we took the loss, like I never have a problem with being beat when I feel like I'm playing, around my best. Obviously, mistakes that you wish you could go back and correct. But no, this was a good one to lose to. It's not like you make one stupid mistake and throw away the entire match. So I'm happy with the performance. I'm happy with the outcome. GG's Team Kappa. Glad
yeah,
we were.
GG's.
If we're gonna lose, glad it was y'all.
Yeah, GG's to you guys as well.
Wow. I'm seeing what's on the stream right now, man.
Sportsmanship, man.
My jimmies are rustled. I'm not a fan of this.
That was there. That was there to begin with.
Oh, really? Fog.
Yeah, Fear was touting that early on. Yeah.
So Sabo, I'm also looking that you didn't end up grabbing any bottles at all throughout the seed. No
I
bottles
was
for
really
you.
stressed out about that. Yeah, I'm not a fan. It was cool. Oh yeah, you too. Nice.
Yeah, I was thinking about it, like, oh gosh, like I was a little worried just because it'd be nice to have at least one bottle, but I'm like, I don't know where we're at. Let's just go straight for it,
Yeah.
not even bother.
Point. Sabo asked me where they were,
Yeah.
and I told him. He was like, "Oh God, those are terrible locations."
I don't think so. Good stuff.
Well, GG's guys. Good luck in the rest of the season, except for Tuesday. But the rest of the season, good luck.
Yeah.
Oh my
heck
Wish you
yeah.
the best in life, but for this next game,
Yeah.
I hope you guys
Absolutely
get
not. Get
destroyed.
crushed, yeah. Yeah, GG's all around. And thanks to the crew for manning this one. I'm gonna watch this one back for sure because some quality commentators on here. So I'm really excited to see what you guys had to say and how much you had to critique my awful gameplay. Thanks for that, guys.
Yeah, for sure. You guys put on an amazing show.
catch y'all later. GG's.
Yeah, GG's.
Yeah, guys, take care.
All right. Well, with that, I think that just about wraps it up, Moogle. Don't you think?
Yeah, I think that's about it for us. Just want to thank you for co-comming with me. I want to thank our awesome trackers, Reg and Dark Diplomat. You guys are the heroes behind the scenes for sure. And obviously, thank you to all the viewers for watching. This was an awesome match to come for sure.
Yeah. Have a good rest of the evening, everyone.